What's up, guys? It's Ryantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and oh snap, is it gonna be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back, and happy Friday. So out of all the mods you voted for on last week's episode, this is the one that won. But don't forget, down there in the comment section, vote 1, 2, or 3 on which mod showcase you want to see next Friday. So without further ado, let's get into it. So Dwarven Power Armor, Hammer, and Shield. I was waiting for this one to win the competition and win the votes, and I'm happy that it finally has. But there's a few disclaimers at the beginning of the video today, because there are a few things that I'm going to have to do in order to get this armor to show it off for today's mod showcase. Now, this armor is located within Mazulft. Mazulft meaning this Dwarven ruin right here. Now, this is one of the main ruins that you find. I think it's actually in the main quest line as well as the College of Winterhold quest line. I can't remember exactly, but there is a specific quest, if not two specific quests, that come into this ruin, meaning both of these quests require keys. So the way I'm going to circumvent that is I'm going to use the the cheat room spell, which just unlocks all the doors. Now, those of you that have never done the quest through Mazulft, it's probably worth doing a little bit of Googling, maybe a little bit of YouTubing and stuff like that to make sure that you know what's going on. But it has to do with the aerodrome is where we need to go inside of Mazulft. Now, I'll talk to you a little bit on the way in there, because I gotta go ahead and show you where exactly everything is at. So I'll walk you through the entirety of Mazulft. I'm not gonna spend too much time going through here, but the gist of it is it's located in the aerodrome. Now, Mazulft is quite the large ruin, but it can indeed be navigated. Now, this door requires a key, so the Mazulft key is probably the one that you're going to need. Either that, or if there's someone that comes along with you. I can't remember to save my damn life, but regardless, we're going to go and use this spell right here. And if you want to use this spell, I highly recommend downloading the cheat room spell. So there we go, or the cheat room mod rather. The cheat room mod is what you can download. I'll put it up on the screen right here, and it's actually down there in my load order. But I am currently in God mode because I'm just gonna run through this ruin and try and get towards the aerodrome. Now the aerodrome is unfortunately basically at the end of this entire dungeon. So we're just gonna kind of run through here and kill as much as we can, and I'm just not going to talk as I move through here. I may even speed it up a little bit, that way you guys can see where I'm going, but I'm going to try and keep it as easy to follow as possible. Just remember that this does indeed require keys in order to come through here. It has to do with the quest, but I'm going to shut up and run through Mazulft, and I'll see you when we get to the Dwarven Power Armor. Alright, now we are at the door to the Mazulft Aerodrome. Now once we go inside, this is the part of the quest where you have to go right first and go and fight a Dwarven Centurion, as well as kill one of the Falmer that has the focusing core in its inventory. Now, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but it's probably going to get kind of loud here very, very soon because of all the freaking mobs that are going to be here. So when you come to this, you can either go right or left. I always go left, that's just how I always do this, but this large area right here, this is normally where you would come through and then turn right and go all the way down there. But inside of one of these guys' inventory is the thing that you need to get into here. As well as the key, or the thing that you need to do the focusing thing with, as well as the key to open this door. But once again, we're going to continue with this right here and unlock the door right here, which then would spark this. It would spark this dialogue with this guy once all the Falmer were dead. Now, once again, we're going to unlock this door. And we'll go ahead and come through here, unlock, there we go. Now, once we are inside, we're going to go ahead and close the door just so none of these nasty things come up behind us. But once we're inside, this is where it's going to get a little bit loud. Now, you'll notice the large Dwemer construct is right here. Once you turn left, there's a ramp to walk up. But as soon as you get onto the ramp, you will notice that it's no longer barren of people. It's actually got who you're looking for on it. Should be right up here. Okie dokie, so a little bit of a problem that we just had, sorry about that. So this is the guy that you want to look for. A giant skulking dude in Dwarven power armor. That's who you're going to want to find. So let me explain to you what exactly just happened. So I had a little bit of a problem with saving. So I had the armor to begin with before, and then I reloaded the save before I went into Majestic because I wanted to walk you guys through it. And so for some reason, when I reloaded that save, it glitched these guys out, and none of them spawned. So when I came in here, I came into this room, and there was nothing here. So that's kind of why I had to reload everything. But this is the guy you're looking for. Now, you're looking for the Thalmor General Haladil. Now, he's carrying the Dwarven Ethereal Battle Hammer, the Dwarven Power Armor, as well as the Ethereal Shield. Now, those armor stats are not correct. Just for those of you wondering, we're going to take the God Ring off, and now we're going to take a look at them. So the Dwarven Power Armor has a total armor rating of 159 armor, with a value of, it looks like, 928,667. That value is true. And a weight of 200. So right off the bat, this armor is by far some of the most heavy armor I've ever seen, but it's power armor. You gotta realize it's gonna be a little heavy, so we're gonna go and throw that into our inventory. And then the Ethereal Shield, armor of 28, weight of 12, and a value of 2,000, with the Ethereal Battle Hammer weighing, holy Jesus, 50 and doing 44 damage with a value of 1790. So we're just gonna go and take everything just like that, and then we're gonna come out of Majestic and we're gonna take a look at this armor. Alright, so here we are in Riverwood. Let's take a look at the Dwarven Power Armor as well as the Ethereal Shield. So right off the bat, we have an armor rating of 257. Now, this obviously classifies as heavy armor. I would hope so, because the motherfucker weighs 200 pounds. But let's take a look at the enchantment on there. Unarmed strikes do 40 additional damage, can swim underwater without drowning, 100% resistant to disease, and increases magic resistance by 50% and 100% resistant to poison, meaning you can no longer contract any of the viruses or, poisons or diseases rather, like sanguinary vampirus, rock joint, anything like that, and you most certainly cannot be poisoned. So if you go dungeon delving, that's pretty cool. And then in our weapon section, we have the Dwarven Ethereal Battle Hammer that does 144 damage, and let me go and add that I'm only a level 1. I believe I'm only a level 1, but the Ethereal Shield, enemies struck by this shield become ethereal for 15 seconds, making them unable to attack or be attacked. Now, before we take a look at this actual armor, let's turn the HUD opacity down so we can take a look at it in all of its glory. Now, for those of you that like Fallout, this is probably going to be right up your alley, because can we just take a second to admire how crazy this thing looks? Let's see. Let's go into Power of Self-Vision. We'll do this. Melee alignment centered, melee height very low, and melee zoom very close. And then we'll go like this, and then we'll go like this, and you can get with me, and you can get with that. Now, first off, you slap yourself in your face with your hammer, but that's okay. It's just because it's so oversized. Now, that's actually one of my biggest gripes, is because it's so oversized, some of the textures can indeed, clip into other things, but in the mod description, the mod author actually says the general use of this suit is it's for gigantic combat. Like, basically, when you're fighting a giant or a dragon or something like that, this is not going to be your everyday wearing armor. You can, but you're going to have some problems. Because it's so big, you can't lockpick correctly, I don't think. Meaning, you won't be able to pick locks, you'll be seen almost immediately, and even if you have a super high sneak skill, it's probably going to be kind of difficult. But in order to take a look at this armor in the way that I want to look at it, let's take the stuff out of his hands so we can actually see what the hell he looks like. So, his arms arms are a little squatty. It kind of looks like the Iron Man Hulkbuster suit had sex with like a T-50 suit of power armor. I think that's kind of cool, honestly. But let's see. The armor is indeed unisex and can be used by all playable races, and is a unique piece with stats correctly created to a full suit of armor, but you can still equip rings and amulets below the actual power armor. Now that's kind of cool. Being able to, being able to equip rings and amulets underneath of this freaking heavy-duty power armor suit is kind of a nice thing. It's kind of a nice bonus. Now, I would doubt that you could temper this armor, and the only reason I say that is because, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's just a gigantic piece of armor. Let's go ahead and see. We're not wearing the god ring, so good. But let's check this out. Let's go and come up here, and we'll see if we can actually temper this. And then we'll see what we got. So, oh my god, you can. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so if you're good in smithing, you can absolutely temper this stuff. It takes 5 Dwarven metal ingots and 3 refined malachite for the chest piece, or for the actual armor, and the ethereal shield is 1 Dwarven metal ingot. Now, can we do the weapon as well? This is going to be completely asinine. Yes, indeed you can. You can make the Dwarven ethereal battle hammer even more powerful. Now, let's actually test these things out, shall we? So we're going to go ahead and take out the ethereal shield, as well as the ethereal battle hammer. Now, I love the sound effects that come with this armor. You have the sounds, you have the footsteps. Almost sounds, I think it is the sounds from Fallout 3, or Fallout 4, the power armor sounds. But, let's actually figure this out. So, we're going to try the ethereal thing first. In fact, let's go ahead and save right here. So, if you hit anybody with this shield, it turns them... Let's see, can I actually do it? That's strange. Do you have to not have a weapon in your hand? Could have sworn you could have just had it in your hand. Let's see, let's try this. Just do that. Okay, so he's not attacking. I wonder if it's because I don't have... You can block. You can do that attack, or is it because I'm crouching? That's so strange. So normally, that's so weird. I was able to do that before. It probably has to do with your level and your like your blocking level. But if you would hit somebody with your shield, it would actually turn them ethereal. You know, the ethereal shout become ethereal. It would make it so that they can't attack you, but you also cannot attack them. But let's just see what this... Oh, hello, put that back on. Let's just see what this bad boy can do, shall we? Okay, so it's only just slightly overpowered. Now, keep in mind, I am only level 1 with a tiny bit of experience. But let's see. It seems like you cannot sprint with this in your inventory, or with this on, which makes sense. I mean, who would be able to sprint with this thing on, honestly? Like, I know you can sprint in Fallout 4, but even still, this is not Fallout 4. Not in the slightest. Who the hell is hitting me? So if you've ever wanted to pull Skyrim and Fallout into the same universe, which, I mean, there probably is a way to do it more subtle than a gigantic suit of power armor, then this might be your way to go. But honestly, let's just take a second to admire the fact that the Dwemer technology, they probably already had this. I mean, the Dwemer were, a highly advanced technological race who made frickin' airships. There's what's to say that they don't have, power armor like this. Now, like I said, and like it says in the description of the mod, this is more so for fighting big boys. I'm talking bosses, I'm talking dragons, dragon priests, giants, anything like that. This armor is not for everyday use. I don't think I'd go and pick up groceries in it, not to mention you smack your face every time you pull your damn warhammer out. But overall, the model just looks badass. It's so cool. The hammer is a little large, but that's okay. But the shield is beautifully done. The textures look amazing, and like I said, it just looks like a mishmash of a bunch of Dwemer technology, like the Dwemer ballista, and Dwemer scraps and stuff like that, as well as a T-50 suit of power armor, just had sex and are now in Skyrim. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's little mod showcase on this amazing armor. And guys, I will see you in the next video.